Thank you, President. I also thank ASG Pobi for her briefing. Mr. President, Slovenia reaffirms its strong conviction that sustainable and lasting peace in the DRC can only be achieved through genuine dialogue, inclusivity, and the political will of all actors. We have consistently underlined the importance of good faith engagement, regional cooperation, and full respect for international law in the efforts to resolve the conflict. We welcome the signing of the Washington Peace Agreement between DRC and Rwanda, but stressed that its true value depends on the sincerity of its implementation. In this regard, the Council has been very clear in urging the DRC and Rwanda to honor their obligations and commitments in good faith and in line with the Resolution 2773. We further welcome the recent progress in the Doha talks facilitated by Qatar and the signing of the Declaration of Principles on July 19th. Together, this should bring a glimmer of hope that dialogue can prevail and that stability could be within reach. However, we continue to receive almost daily reports of most horrific violence against civilians. Slovenia condemns in the strongest terms the escalation of deadly attacks in Nord-Kivu, Sud-Kivu, and Ituri, perpetrated by ADF, Codeco, and the M23, supported by the Rwanda Defense Forces, as reported by the UN Human Rights Office. We are appalled by the brutality of these assaults, killings, abductions, sexual and gender-based violence, looting, and the deliberate destruction of the livelihoods. Particularly shocking were the massacres documented in July in Rutshuru territory, where at least 319 civilians were killed. Equally alarming were the attacks in Beni and Lubero in August, claiming more than 50 lives. These atrocities only add to the already unspeakable suffering of millions. So once again, we call on all armed actors to immediately cease all attacks and fully respect their obligations under international law, particularly international humanitarian law. We commend the efforts of MONUSCO in providing protection where possible and reaffirm our support for its mandate. At the same time, we stress the urgent need for safe and unhindered humanitarian access. Humanitarian aid must reach all those in need. Mr. President, I wish to conclude with Slovenia's call on all parties to the peace agreement and the Declaration of Principles to demonstrate genuine commitment to peace through action. Ending the cycle of violence requires political will, good faith, a clear track to accountability, and a clear prioritization of the protection of civilians. No true, just and lasting peace has ever been achieved without justice, and it cannot be achieved without respect for human rights. Slovenia therefore firmly believes that ensuring accountability for grave violations and upholding the rule of law must remain at the core of all peace efforts in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I thank you.